Well, at last night's Fulton County Commissioners meeting, jail overcrowding was a major topic of discussion. A resolution to increase intake level diversion screening passed, but not without lengthy debate. Atlanta News First reporter Mary-Kate Hamilton joins us now live from the Fulton County Jail to explain what this means for that facility. Good morning, Mary-Kate.
Good morning, Syria. And the hope is that by identifying more people as a potential fit for the diversion program, they would end up in the diversion center rather than here at the Fulton County Jail. And of course, hopefully that would reduce the overcrowding here at the Fulton County Jail, which one council member calls a human rights crisis. Ultimately, this motion passed in a 4-3 vote last night after more than 2 hours of discussion. The resolution specifically calls for collaboration to put forth a plan for greater use of the county's diversion services program, rather than specifically outlining exactly how the county will do that. According to Councilmember Kelsey Bond, on average, only 3 people a day are diverted to the Center for Diversion Services, when it can serve up to 41 people at a time. They say this is particularly timely, especially as Atlanta prepares to welcome over 300,000 visitors for the 2026 World Cup this summer. And overcrowding at the Fulton County Jail has long been a concern. In 2023, the jail was found to be in violation of the constitutional rights of incarcerated people by the U.S. Department of Justice. In last night's meeting, Chairman Rob Pitts addressed the reality that the jail is serving more inmates than it was intended to.
We all know that the Rice Street Jail, when it was constructed, was built to accommodate some 1,500 single-bed inmates. Today, it's probably closer to 2,000 at Rice Street.
Now, Sheriff Patrick Labatt expressed frustrations last night, especially around budget and a lack of collaboration, saying in part, quote, "Unfortunately, this is not the first time significant proposals regarding the Fulton County Jail have been publicly suggested without prior coordination with those directly responsible for operating the facility." Now, he also went on to say that the board has refused to increase the Sheriff's Department's funding, saying that that makes an initiative like this more difficult. For now, live at the Fulton County Jail, Mary-Kate Hamilton, Atlanta News First.